You know
Waleed.
what? I know I
This
hang
has
on to
been-
my priors, but I bailed on J.J. McCarthy faster than I ever have any kind of prospect, which should tell you how spectacularly he was failing. Like, I held on to Jalen Hyatt way longer than I did J.J. McCarthy.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is J.J. McCarthy is bad, folks.
Have
He's
they
bad.
considered him? Have they considered letting him know the plays the defense is calling before the snap? Worked in college.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 10 Do's and 500 Don'ts of Fantasy Football Auction Drafts. My name is Jeff Krisko, here with Tony Steele, Waleed Ismail, and Evan Hoovler. You've been listening. You know the drill. Today's episode is our last strategy episode before our putting it all together episode. And what this one is we are going to be talking about AAV values, so average auction values, and specific targets. And what we're going to be using is we're going to be using Evan's real data that he has spent countless hours putting together through real fantasy football auction drafts without bots. If you do an auction with the bot, Evan, what happens? Why is that data useless?
It makes no sense. The bots bid way over the max on 3 dudes, and then the market gets totally messed up.
Yeah,
And everyone starts going, if you want to know what it is, you can compare, come into our Discord. I'll give you this information for free. We all love you. Compare my auction values with real humans to Yahoo's average auction values. Once you hit like player 22 overall in Yahoo, they all start going for way below projection because all of the bots have run out of their money.
Yeah. So it's not a representation of reality. And if you want to go to the Discord, go to footballabsurdity.com, ditch all or try to miss all the ads, and then there's a link at the top that says Discord. You click on it and it'll get you your invite link. So I am going to start this episode off with a question. I have 4 sets of 4 players, and I would like you all to tell me which set you would prefer. The first set is Trevor Lawrence, Terry McLaurin, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Harold Fannin. T-Law, McLaurin, Gibbs, Fannin. Second group, Joe Burrow, Chris Olave, DeAndre Swift, or Brock Bowers. Burrow, Olave, Swift, Bowers.
You meant and Brock Bowers?
And Brock Bowers.
Okay, thank you. This is a very complicated question, so I appreciate the clarification.
Third group, Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors, and Tucker Kraft. Or the fourth group, Dak Prescott, Puka Nacua, Cam Scatteraboo, and Travis Kelce. Which group would you prefer?
In order, first to worst. Second group, fourth group, third group, first group. 2,
Perfect.
4, 3, 1.
I'm going to be honest. You were going so quickly for me, I couldn't write it down. And
Okay. Well, there's a point to this question. And those are all groups. Or Tony, which group do you prefer?
You know what? I don't really care about coming in 6th place. Give me the Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors, Tucker Kraft.
Perfect. Do you know what all those groups have in common?
Do they all go for the same little AAV?
That is correct. Those are all groups of $100 worth of player value per Evans AAV calculator. So what you can, not calculator, data set. So what you can see is that by spending $100, you can spend it in vastly different ways. And basically what I did was I took top of market at each position. And I had to go second with Puka to make it work though. So you can see how you can build a core around a elite spend at a position if you're careful about it and if you think it through, because that's half your budget spent right there on those guys. And I agree with Tony that when I put together the Allen Henry Neighbors Craft group, I was like, whoo, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty spicy.
Oh,
So,
I must have misheard. Wait, I must have heard something because I want to change it. I had that second. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's first. That's
yeah,
first.
Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors, Tucker Kraft. And that is the same spend as a Trevor Lawrence, Terry McLaurin, Jahmyr Gibbs, Harold Fannin group, which is outside of Gibbs, it's fine.
Right.
But you can see how you can spend the same amount of money different ways.
What was the Burrow one again?
Burrow, Olave, Swift, and Bowers.
See, that one's real interesting to me.
That was my original number one. So
really, because if I would go two, I actually like the Dak, Puka, Scadaboo, Kelsey group. Because Kelsey is dog shit now, but he's gonna get 100.
That's my least favorite.
Yeah, Scadaboo and Kelsey, I can not have on my team or my bench.
I like
if I'm in kitchen.
That's right. I call that team $100, 100 IQ between Puka, Scadaboo, Kelsey.
Yeah, no shit, right?
All right. So the theme of this episode is, like I said, AAV values and specific targets using the real data. So Waleed, I will start with you. At his price point, who is your favorite quarterback to target? Maybe I won't start with Waleed.
Love a
No, well, the problem with that question is I think like everyone from like I like the $5 or less guys this year. That's what I like targeting. So like I look at Caleb, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy. Those are the guys that I really want the most this year because I feel like they have the same ceiling as everyone above them.
Okay.
Yeah, and what Waleed's really tapping into here is you can't target a single player. You have to target a single value. Here are some players. Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. All of those players have fallen into what Waleed said, the under $5 players in at least one draft that I've cataloged. So, but all of those players have gone for double digits or, well, close to that. Well, I'm fudging a little. Over $5 in other drafts. So, you got to target the range, not the value, and just have your tiers.
So it sounds like, and Tony, I want you to chime in on this too. Actually, before I say this, Tony, who are your favorite targets at what value, at value in auction drafts?
At quarterback?
Yeah.
To me, there's no sweeter combo than $9 Jalen Hurts. I don't think it's even close.
I don't disagree with that.
He's got outside chance to finish top 2, right? If Nick Sirianni can like stay out of the way and they can actually call the offense they want to call, I'm super in on that price for Hurst. I think the entire industry is undervaluing Jalen Hurts. They're basing it off last year.
Well, here's the thing too. At his price, you're buying his last year's production. Like that's what his price is right now. And historically, he's done that or better. So like I like buying guys for. I actually think Jalen Hurts is a great answer.
Oh, I see. You're looking at the 12-team auction data. Sorry, if I confused you with my last answer, I was looking at the 10-team auction data.
Oh, you were looking at 10-team. I'm sorry.
Not looking at. No, y'all must have just been like, "What the heck?" Now I have 12-team auction data open. Yeah, that was
thinking. I've never seen Joe Burrow go for.
I was like, they must have thought I was crazy. Like, okay, no problem.
No, that's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the 12-team auction. I forgot to mention
Same.
that. I apologize. So, so my thoughts. I'm with Waleed on this one, and kind of Tony. I'm kind of straddling because if I can get a Jalen Hurts at his cost, $9, I'm in. If he inflates past that, I'll let somebody else do that.
Sure.
Because then if he gets the $13-14, I'm gonna let him go. Because Caleb, Trevor Lawrence, Dak, Purdy, Jared Goff. These are all guys that I trust to be inside my top 12 at quarterback. And you can get them cheap. So if I'm budgeting, if I budget for a $9 Jalen Hurts and that doesn't happen, I can go get a $5 Trevor Lawrence, a $5 Brock Purdy and budget that and move that $4 somewhere else.
And to amend what I'm saying for the listeners who may have been confused, looking at quarterbacks 3 through 10, all of them have gone below $10 at least 25% of the time.
Okay. Yeah. So you're looking at, you said quarterback 3, so Joe Burrow by AAV.
Yup.
Yeah.
So you could get a Joe Burrow. If you're going in budgeting $9 at quarterback, you could walk away with an $8 Joe Burrow. Unlikely, but the odds are against it, but it does.
The odds are 1 in 4.
And they're 1 in 4, yeah.
And really, those odds are incalculable. 1 in 4.
I think it's 50-50. Either you do or you don't.
That's true.
Every time.
That's
and
true.
what we're joking about is if you look at my auction values, I have. Oh no! Can I get into a little quick statistical thing? I have the mode, which is the most common value. So we see how many times they've gone for. Well,
So it looks like you have a mode, and then you have a mode percentage. So the percentage of the time that it.
So I need to.
Go
Yeah, I should amend that. I'm sorry. Quarterback 5 through whatever goes for under 10 more times than anything else.
You
So
promised
Drake
me a
May.
$10
No.
Joe Burrow.
Jaden
You lied
Daniels.
to me.
Yeah, you lied to me, Evan.
Yeah,
All right.
I did. I apologize.
Yeah,
I just flipped open a new spreadsheet and started just looking at like my massive columns of data, and my bad.
Yeah. So you can get your guy a la mode, folks. All right. Least favorite quarterback value, and why is it Josh Allen at $31?
Yup.
Honestly, once I start doing public money leagues, Josh Allen's going to go for 25. Although this is a 12-man value, not a 10-man. So I think his price is a little lower there. He always goes for like $7 or $8 less than I expect him to. And then I always am just like, wait, I'm getting Josh Allen pretty cheap. So I don't believe this Josh Allen data. What I'm saying.
Ooh.
I know it's true, but like even the mock auctions, they don't like, for some reason it feels like they're always less aggressive in the real drafts. And I think it's because the people who do mock auctions are by their very nature more into auction, so they become a little bit more aggressive.
We'll lead with the classic enemy of data, anecdotes.
100%.
And this ties in, my answer ties into why I've labeled my main auction theory this year Greasy Spoon, is I've noticed a way better dopamine rush if I look at every one on my roster, all the starters, and I go, pretty good. What? Pretty good. Versus if I go, wow, so good. The best. Pretty good. I don't know. Kind of good. And it's like when I go into a Greasy Spoon and I know everything's going to be pretty good. Whereas if I go into an IHOP, I'm like, wow, these pancakes are the best. They're so good. This bacon. Meh. These potatoes. Actually, maybe these pancakes weren't that great. I don't know. Yeah, that's just how I think about it. So I find if I don't spend on the onesies, as you've been saying, the quarterback and tight end, I can end up with a team where everyone on my roster, I'm like, yeah, I will mess with this guy. This rules. Feels a lot better than, I've got those 2 or 3 guys. And again, this goes against barbecue theory, my prevalent theory up until this year, where I'm like, no, I want everybody to be good rather than 2 or 3 of the best guys. And then by the end, I'm like, what? Okay. I guess I'll start this guy.
Anyone else want pancakes?
A little bit. I'm also really high.
So am I.
Yeah. Did I lose you?
No, you're good.
No,
you got us.
You're doing good. You got us.
To put it a different way, check this out. Here's 2 different ways you can allocate $32. Josh Allen and Tank Bigsby. Okay. Or Joe Burrow and Dave Montgomery. Both you're like pretty good. Pretty good. Not the best, not the worst, but pretty good. Or you could do, let's see, Jaden Daniels and Cam Scadaboo. Or Lamar Jackson, and I'm just going off of Evan's. We'll say DeAndre Swift. That's $34, but whatever.
Okay,
So
really
you-
quick. You all heard the whole stupid food reference I did, right?
Yes.
My
That's why I
audio,
made the
my
pancake
audio my audio cut out, and I didn't hear anything. Okay, sorry.
Oh no,
Oh,
we
that's-
were in awe.
That's why I was like, now I want pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until I
So-
don't.
All right, so that's quarterback. Anything else to add about quarterback?
I have an AAV fade.
Okay.
I would not pay $1 for Bryce Young.
I would not
But
pay
you
$0 for
But
Bryce
you would
Young.
for Danny Dimes.
I mean, I would pay $1 for Danny Dimes 1,000 times over Bryce Young.
So you would pay $1,000 for Daniel Jones before spending $1 on Bryce Young.
In 1,000 simulations, I spent $1 on Daniel Jones.
Before spending it on Bryce Young.
Correct.
Yeah. And I would like to point out that at quarterback, this isn't a position where you can really dig into the dollar guys. The exception being, if you're getting really nasty sicko with it, Malik Willis, Baker Mayfield are upside plays, but you really got to pair them with like a $2 or $3 guy. Because if you're going into your if you're putting your whole season into one of those two Florida quarterbacks, maybe go get Trevor Lawrence, do a whole Florida man strategy at quarterback.
And that's part of the reason we're doing this whole podcast series is because if you look at the projections for ESPN or all call receipts, Yahoo or CBS or anyone else, they'll have like quarterback 13 listed for projected $1 bid. Why are you getting a backup quarterback for $1? They're worth $0.00 if they're not going to be top 12. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
So that's why you need to know what they're going to go for rather than what they're going to be worth. Because like Evan said, they're basically, if they're $1, they're worthless, is what it is, by their estimations.
Okay.
All right, running backs. Same questions. Who are your favorite AAV values at running back? And I'm gonna start. Couple guys that I really enjoy. They're cheap guys. Jonathan Brooks, $4. That is a toolbox bench guy. $4 for an upside play. JCM, Bill, $5. And so I don't take everybody's guys. I'll just say one more. And a little bit more high end kind of guy is I do like Travion Henderson for $11. That's the same as Bashal Tootin. That's behind Bucky, Quinshawn. I do like Travion Henderson for $11. So those are some AAV guys that I really enjoy at running back. Waleed, what about you? What are some running back guys that you really like at their specific cost?
Yeah, I'm usually if we're looking at starters, guys that I want in my top two, I really like DeAndre Swift at his price. I like I don't mind Cam Scadaboo, David Montgomery, Breece Hall. That's usually the tier. Even Josh Jacobs at 27. That's a tier I tend to be looking at for running backs because I feel like, I mean, Tony said it in a previous episode. The DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai, Jonah Coleman, J.K. Dobbins. I like that where one of those guys has a chance to vastly outperform the price.
So it sounds like you want a budget, or you like spending about $50 on a couple running backs down line.
I tend to probably grab one guy from there, in that Josh Jacobs, and then I'm grabbing the Kyle Monangai guys, Jonathan Brooks, the Blake Corums, the Tony Pollards, guys at this range as my second back.
Okay. Tony, some running back values you dislike at their AAV, or sorry, you like at their AAV. Sorry to switch that up on you. I saw the look on your face because I got it.
I am taking notes. So I'm looking at say I've spent my $9 on Jalen Hurts. I feel comfortable going with like because you just threw out the number, you just threw like $50.
Yeah.
I like the idea of paying 42 for on average for Derrick Henry, but then really zoning in on like two guys that I can get for under $10 that I believe are starters. Like if I want to get like so my two favorites I guess would be Ramondre at 6 and Rico Dowdle at 5. Those
Love
to
it.
me seem to be two guys that I should be able to start as an RB2 every week. Like you said earlier, I don't want to steal everybody's thunder, but like if my RB room is Derrick Henry, Ramondre Stevenson, Rico Dowdle, and Chris Rodriguez, like I feel pretty good about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a well executed hero RB in an
Yeah.
auction because you said what Ramondre, Rico, and Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So that's $13 or so for those three guys.
Right.
So, all right, Evan, your favorite running back values at AAV, the guys that you find yourself diving in on most frequently at running back.
So I look at the list, and it's Jahmyr Gibbs at 74.
Ooh.
Down to nope. Sorry, I'm just looking at the list and seeing what I see.
Okay, I was like, damn.
Down to James Cook.
Evan's like huge sleeper. Jahmyr
No.
Gibbs.
None of these guys are values. None of these guys are values.
Oh.
Down to James Cook, RB5 at $56. I don't want any of those guys in that range because they're going to go for more because everyone's bidding them over projected. And if I bid for more than projected for these guys, oh no, they're all projected to finish maybe RB1. Then I go to the guys who I'm like, you could finish RB1, and I don't mind finishing it. To let you know what my mind is, James Cook goes for 56, RB5. Next, Ashton Genty, RB6, 49, a dip of $7. That's where I start to be like, I wouldn't mind spending a few bucks more, but I want a good offense. Las Vegas, get out. Then I look at Amarin Hampton, $47. Chase Brown, Cincinnati, $46. Kenneth Walker, Kansas City, $45. He did get injured today. Let's follow that. Don't check it out.
And
Davon
yesterday too. I feel like we should say.
Yeah, totally. But I don't.
What happened yesterday?
I don't. Genty.
But exploded and then came back together.
But I don't like Genty. I just listen to him because he's the next in a huge tier break of $7 over 10%. Over 10%. Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown, Amarin Hampton, Derrick Henry. These guys are going in their 40s, and I'm like, you could all finish like top 3. Yeah, I might spend a few more bucks for you. If I spend, $50 for you, well, not 50, but 45 for you, and you perform as a top 3 guy, the top 3 guys are all going for over 60. I like it. So Hampton, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker, pending the injury, and Derrick Henry. That's my first tier. Then Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams. I'm like, you're all going for less than 30. Or Kyron Williams at 30. You're on decent offenses, and you're the bell cow. Yeah, I like you too. And then scrolling down. Don't like any of these busters. Tony Pollard, $4. You are going to be the most boring running back ever who gets over 1,000 yards. Guaranteed. $4. Let me take that. J.K. Dobbins, $3. You're going to at least get me RB top 18 numbers the first few weeks until you do something really stupid and injure yourself. Sorry, bro, but I'll take that. So there it is. Dobbins, Pollard, Javonte Williams, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams, Henry, Walker, Brown, Hampton, and Barkley. Those are the ones where I'm like, yeah, I like getting you for a few dollars more.
Okay, perfect. Did I go through everybody? Willie, did we go through your running backs?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Because I know you mentioned Josh Jacobs. For some reason, that stuck out in my mind. Canceled, yeah. Canceled Waleed.
Forever.
All right. So, who are your least favorite running back values? Evan, I'm going to skip you because you did a 2-for answer. The top flight running backs. Those are the guys you're like.
PT, so I appreciate it.
Yeah,
honestly,
You're like, miss me with that.
That's the same, but my answer is the same as Evan. Those top 5 guys at their price, I'm not really spending that for them.
Okay.
Especially, what I really want to single out is the Bijan and Gibbs. I personally think spending more than $65 on a single player severely limits what you're able to do with the rest of your team. I don't like doing it. But I have occasionally if I can get Bijan for $65 or Gibbs for $65, even though I don't like doing it, I will go that high for those because they have the chance to just absolutely win you your league. At the same time, I really think anything over 60 for a top 2 guy is bad process.
All right. And mine is $11 Bashal Tootin.
My man.
What about you, Tony? What do you think is what price points don't you like?
I think Jeremiah Love is probably $10 too expensive.
He is sitting at, let's see, where is he sitting
33.
at? 33.
I think I see him as more in terms of fantasy output closer to this Scatabo Montgomery tier. And I see that it is a tier break, but I'm looking at the other guys in that rough region. It's Kyron, Josh Jacobs, Javonte, Brees, Scat.
Yeah.
That to me is he should be lower. He's in that tier, but instead of being at the top of that tier, he should be closer to the bottom. And then also Chase Brown at $46 is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. THfantaC, a very anti-Chase Brown podcast. You guys would beat him with hammers if you could.
I'll tell you what. You know what? I don't think he's bad. I think we are expecting him to continue to run insanely hot on receiving touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kind of
no, I with you.
I was saying with Jalen Hurts, that price is reflective of last year, and the question is how much of that is repeatable. I think it's I think it's more likely that Hurts returns on investment more than Chase Brown does.
I like Chase Brown, but I love Chase Brown. That was my guy coming out. I think he's being priced at his ceiling, and I don't like paying for players at their ceiling.
I see Walker, Achane, and Henry all with better runouts than Chase Brown, and I think they all perform better too.
Okay, perfect.
So,
all right. Sorry, I'm trying to draft. I'm drafting in Golf League right now. Ever heard of it?
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah.
Did you like that trade I made?
Yeah. Mason Taylor and Isaiah Davis. When in doubt, draft some Jets, baby.
Did you
They'll
see the
touch
trade?
The ball and do nothing with it.
But did we see that hilarious trade we made?
No, I did not.
Okay. I timed out and drafted. Okay, so Golf League, you want to score the least points possible. And I timed out, so of course I picked the top player, Bijan Robinson. Mm-hmm. And a few rounds later, another person timed out and picked Jameer Gibbs. And
you traded Jameer Gibbs for
it wasn't me, it was his joke. This is not my joke. He proposed a trade. I'll trade you Jameer Gibbs for Bijan Robinson. No, we were both gonna drop them. And I'm like, dang, dude, you're funny. I like this. I will accept this trade.
That's great. Speaking of trades, if we want to go inside today, y'all want to hear the worst trade you've ever heard, trade offer you've ever heard in your entire life?
Yes.
All right. It's a Devy League with Mike Valverde. Shout out, Mike. I trade Luther Burden on the come up, young wide receiver. I get Deshaun Watson.
Not even in a super flex.
What? That's actually someone actually offered that. I usually respond to. What?
I was gonna say it's the worst trade I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think I usually respond to shit like that with just you could just spit in my face if you want.
Yeah. The funniest part is I think he lives on the East Coast because I woke up to 2 trade offers that had been previously revoked. The first one was I give Jack Besh, I get Deshaun Watson. And then the second one was I give Matthew Golden, I get Deshaun Watson.
Jack?
It's like he's like I need to get more for Deshaun Watson.
You know, my initial thought to that trade offer is there needs to be a slur for fantasy football players. 'Cause
Why
I
not?
want to use it. I want to use it right now.
Why
Yeah.
not? Like, give me the Yinzer of fantasy football players. Let's invent
Yeah.
it.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, let's
Table this.
talk. Let's talk wide receivers. So y'all know the question. Waleed, I'll start with you. Favorite value.
I think my favorite tier of wide receivers, like at the price point, is the like T. Higgins all the way down to just Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, shit, like that $30 to $20, even to $15 range. I just think there's a ton of value.
All right, Waleed has named, I believe, like 18 wide receivers.
No, I've named like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
27, 28. Like, honestly, I if I want to narrow it down, it's at T. Higgins to Garrett Wilson. That's like 8 guys.
Okay.
And it's a good value tier for what you're spending. Like, you can get a good ROI on that.
So I'll just read them off really quick then. So between $30 and $20, you're looking at T. Higgins, Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle, Zay Flowers, Emeka Egbuka, Malik Neighbors, Teteroa McMillan, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson. And I have to imagine now, wow, no, Evan's last 5 auctions for Malik Neighbors, $25.
Yeah, he's
I'm
only going
slamming
up in
that
price.
every day.
Yeah. He's got wide receiver 1 overall potential.
Yeah, I'm slamming that every day. That's right, with Jackson Dart, baby. I'm slamming that every day. $25 for Malik Neighbors. And that is last 5 auctions. So that is since he has been back. There isn't any lagging data from when he was quote unquote hurt when they lied to us. Evan, who are your favorite wide receiver values?
So there's this guy named George Pickens on Dallas who's going for an average of $37. I think that's a good value considering the wide receiver 2 behind him is going for $17 more.
Get him.
I love Devonta Smith for $32. That dude can get open, and AJ Brown is gone. And so any argument that like, well, they'll just double team him, it's Devonta Smith. Come on, man. And then also, yeah, for my wide receiver 2, I am kind of in the same. Oops, hold on. I got to hit Control Z. I just messed up a thing. All right. I like anywhere from Devonta Smith down to not Garrett Wilson, but one up, Lad McConkey for somewhere in the 20s. Don't care. Zay Flowers, I especially like. That offense is going to take a step up. That was a weird year last year, and it's being factored into his price, $26. Emeka Egbuka, $24. What? That dude's good. He was good without Mike Evans. And guess who's not here this year? Mike Evans. Malik Neighbors, of course. The Steel McDeal. Scrolling down, I like me some Parker Washington for $9. Hey, I don't know who the wide receiver on one on Jacksonville is. Well, guess what? The quarterback threw for 4,000 yards last year. Maybe you don't need the wide receiver 1. Maybe just get a guy for $9 who gets a lot of targets. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay. My answer is whatever wide receiver 2 I can get after the market crash.
There it is.
There it is.
I'm not even particular about it because even if I don't really like if I don't hate the guy, I'll be going after him. Like if it's Marvin Harrison, I guess I won't be getting him. And even then, if I'm paying $5 for Marvin Harrison, okay. You know, it's $6
into the price.
Yeah, the risk is built into the price. Exactly that. So we talked about the wide receiver market crash. Before I had a term for it, I was riding that wave a long time ago. Before Evan was like, you realize that this happens in literally every draft. I was like, oh, I thought I was just lucky. So that's the kind of wave that I'm riding. Love the $25 Malik Neighbors, and I'm using the updated value just so nobody can the last 5 auction values, so nobody can be like, "Whoa, it's trailing because of the injuries." And also give us $26 Zay Flowers.
I just want to say, past Evan is always smarter than current Evan. Past Evan is the one who coded in somehow for this whole five spreadsheet list to spit out the last 5 drafts. If you asked me to recreate this, I would have no idea how I did this. Like, no idea. I would never be able to do it. Past Evan is always smarter than modern Evan.
Evan making the spreadsheet is alongside the technology to go to the moon. We lost it.
It definitely. Great. That's it.
All right. Tony, your wide receiver values.
I'm thinking about how to like pragmatically pair a couple guys that I like with what I've kind of already established as values, as if I was kind of drafting this as a team. So if I had Hurts, Stevenson, Dowdle, Derrick Henry, I would probably be eyeing like a $43 Nico Collins. I would rather, since I'm paying, like, I don't mind having 2 guys that would be considered, second round picks, maybe top 12 to 18 guys with Henry and Nico, because I like both of their odds to be top 5. But then I would probably try to pair that with one of those wide receiver 2s in that crash. And the one that I like best at that price point is probably Ladd at $21.
That's a good one.
I also think Ladd is at the end of a tier, and I like him a lot more than Tet, who he's going for the same price as, so $21. And then really you just find that third guy that's cheap, right? Like Parker Washington for $9. Evan had already shouted out. DJ Moore for $9 isn't bad. Should be a volume hog. And then I would say, like, if I'm really talking about bench guys that I'd like to prioritize at their cost, I really like getting like a $3 Chris Godwin. At the risk of sounding too much like a best ball guy, Mekhi Lemon for $4 also fits a lot of the toolbox profile stuff that we were talking about earlier.
I will never stop drafting Mekhi Lemon. So
I do just got to add one more player because he wasn't mentioned, and he's actually probably one of my favorite price points. Roman Dunze, $11.
Come on.
What?
I'm sorry. It has to be said. It has to be said. It has to be said. That price is too fucking low.
Couple other guys.
Bears.
Couple other guys.
History will prove me right. I remember like last year, Jeff was making fun of. It was like a couple of years ago. He kept making fun of me for having the Bears defense as a streamer because he's like, "Oh, the Bears fan," and it was like always a note. This guy's a Bears fan. And then like by the 4th week, it was like, "Look, I know he's a Bears fan, but he's been right every time."
But he's right. Yeah. Couple guys. Toolbox guys. You've got Wandaddy for $2. There's your high floor player. You've got Waleed said it perfectly. The risk is baked into the price. Michael Wilson. Maybe he doesn't repeat what he did last year, but he's $2. He's literally $1 more than any other player that you could add. That gets into opportunity cost,
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're looking toolbox like rookies, Parnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, $6, $4. Mekhi Lemon is Mekhi Lemon. He's $4. Like getting that rookie at that price, like those first round rookie wide receivers, I always want to have one on my bench because like there's a pretty good chance one of them's going to hit for well above what you paid for them.
Perfect. Least favorite wide receivers. I'm gonna start with this is a comparison. So last 5 drafts. And actually by standard value, Drake London going for more than Nico Collins and George Pickens. I understand Drake London is a great talent. Guess what? So is Nico Collins. So is George Pickens. Their offensive environment is better. Their situation is better. Their quarterback, whoever Drake London's quarterback might be, is better. I don't like Drake London going for more than Nico and George Pickens in this situation. I would put him behind them. I'm fine with him going same prices, or I'm fine with him going like 30, 36, 35.
I mean, Drake London's only $2 more than Nico Collins.
Yeah,
I
but
think that's
Nico,
smart.
I would spend up on Nico Collins. I would spend the Drake London money on Nico Collins and maybe a little bit more. I think he belongs closer to Justin Jefferson.
I agree.
I don't disagree with that, but I still have London and Nico in the same tier. I love Drake. I love Drake London. Basically, I'm saying you're wrong.
Yeah, another guy, CeeDee Lamb, $54. Evan called that out.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
Like, I would like. Oh, sorry, it's not my turn
Yeah,
yet.
Waleed. Has never finished higher than wide receiver 7 with any real target competition on his team. CeeDee Lamb.
Correct.
So not a great bet this year.
Correct.
All
and
right.
mine are the top 8 wide receivers. Jamar Chase at the highest at 66. Oh, you want to go for it? Go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say Chase, Puka, JSN, Amon-Ra, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, and Nico Collins. And why, Evan?
Because they're just bid up over their projected because people want a top wide receiver. After Nico Collins at $43 AAV, George Pickens is next at $37 AAV. Ooh, I can work in several George Pickens onto my team and use only a third of my budget instead of spending $65 on Jamar Chase. And then like AJ Brown, yes please. Rashee Rice, you can be my wide receiver 1. Devonta Smith, sure, if I'm having trouble with T. Higgins, all right, get in my wide receiver 2. All those guys, they cool off to 37, 37, 32, 32, 30, 28. Ooh, I can spend that money in other positions. You know, the wide receiver market is so deep and cools off so fast. I don't need to sorry, my wife just wrote me a note about Spider-Man. It says Spider-Man with everyone's favorite former drug addict, Robert Downey Jr. Okay. That's
Iron Man.
I like just like I like overall players 16 through 30, overall players 1st through 15th. I like wide receivers 9 through 16 over wide receivers 1st through 8th in terms of dollars spent per what you're going to get from them.
Tony, your least favorite wide receivers at their value.
I'll make this brief. $14 Christian Watson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
I'm on board with that.
Same price as Devontae Adams.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
More expensive than J-Mo and Mike Evans.
And Parker Washington and a bunch of other dudes. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I won't have any Christian Watson. I don't like his price point this year.
I don't like his face.
Get him.
All right, let's do tight ends.
I don't think I actually said my guys though.
We'll lead the guys. Well, you like everybody. That's the problem.
I don't like everyone. Actually, I think JSN at $60 is the guy that I'm happy at that price point because you lost your offensive coordinator and like paying top 3 for a guy who I don't know, like I don't think the likelihood is there for him to finish in the top 3.
To be clear, Waleed's saying the guys he does not like.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said the guys you like, but you meant you like to not like. But you clearly, I got it. You meant the guys you like to not like. Like I get you. I speak Waleed.
You can save $1 and go get Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I feel more comfortable with him at that price point.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's talk tight end. This one I think will be pretty quick. Waleed, your favorite tight end value? Just one guy.
Holston Loveland.
Holston Loveland at $23, of course. Least favorite value at tight end. Anybody that's not Colston Loveland.
Trey McBride.
Trey McBride at $32. Do you have Colston Loveland ranked ahead of Trey McBride? Is that why?
Yeah. Holston Loveland's my tight end 2 this year.
All right, perfect. Evan, your favorite tight end value this year?
Well, I got something to say. I respect the younger generations, but you didn't even believe me when I say you don't know how it used to be. Okay, right now, let's look at the top tier of tight ends. Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, Colson Loveland, maybe Tyler Warren, maybe Tucker Kraft. Do you know, you do not realize what a wonderful age you live in, where there are 5 tight ends who could finish as number 1. This has never happened before. Except for when Travis Kelce broke out. Okay, one time. We have never had more than 3 or 2 tight ends. I grew up in the early 2000s in fantasy football. Okay, where it was either you get Tony Gonzalez or please, sir, can I have some tight ends more that score more than 5 points a game? You have the largest.
Antonio Gates erasure, first of all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, yeah.
Antonio Gates was late 2000s.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, Tony Gonzalez did have a long career.
It was mid, actually. But I grew up when it was Tony Gonzalez, or you get 4 points a game. You have no idea what a golden age you live in, where there are 5 dudes who will guarantee you points. This has never happened before. Take advantage of it. Get one of these guys, or flop into the blob.
All right.
My best value is Colson Loveland. And Waleed took that, so I had to come up with something on the fly. But seriously, this is amazing this year.
What's your least favorite value?
Anything under $2 for any tight end outside of the top 5. It's in the Jeff blob. The Jeff defined. Jeff invented the blob where they're like, you can either take a top end tight end, or you can just get into the blob where you're like, we're all going to get between 5 and 10 points this week, or maybe we'll score and get 12.
We're rolling in the muck in the blob.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, your favorite value, is it also Colston Loveland, the Colston Lovecast?
It is not. When we talk about our list of guys that we think could end up tight end 1 overall, the cheapest one is George Kittle at $3.
Yeah.
Yep.
George Kittle is a viable option.
He should be going for double that. I understand that he's coming off an injury, but George Kittle's on that same Derrick Henry shit where he's just gonna play until he literally can't anymore. So
100%.
That's my value. I am super out on $4 Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine.
I'm over it, man. I'm sick of waiting. Great. You got one of the worst offensive environments in the league, and they don't force the ball to you. Cool.
Oh, I think they're gonna force the ball to Kyle Pitts this year. I think your argument's totally valid, but I think Tua's going to force the ball to Kyle. Wait,
Tua ain't starting more than 4 games this year.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know Kevin Stefanski offenses and how they use the tight end historically.
Yeah, I'm. If I can't get one of those top 5, I'm getting Kyle Pitts or I'm out. I'm grabbing Kittle.
To work back to Jeff's non-favorite value with wide receivers, if Penix plays 2/3 of the season, I think London hits his price because that's the only dude Penix throws to.
That's fair. And if London's there, if London and Penix are there, then Kyle Pitts just falls off the face of the earth entirely.
Correct.
Because that was the whole case against Kyle Pitts' breakout last year. So, that's right. Your whole season is going to hinge on the Atlanta Falcons quarterback competition.
Have fun.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, right. Not worth it.
All right. My favorite value. I want to build on George Kittle really quick because I'm all the way out on George Kittle in redraft because of the opportunity cost. And it's one of the differences between snake and redraft, right? I have to pick George Kittle in lieu of another player that I like more in that area with less risk. But with George Kittle, I can spend $3 on him, throw him at the bottom of my bench, go get me a Dallas Goedert who will play well till he gets hurt. Go get me a Dalton Schultz who's free. And who, Kayshon Boutte just got traded there, but he's going to be the number 2 target. Go get me one of these solid guys while I wait for George Kittle to come back from his injury, and then we're good to go. That's one of the differences between snake and redraft, or sorry, snake and auction, is that I'll take the risk on George Kittle here because it's $3, man. That $3 spends the same no matter what. And I'm not picking George Kittle over another player. I'm spending those $3. So I like George Kittle in auction way more than I like him in snake drafts because of that. Guys that I like, give me an $8 Tucker Kraft. Evan was loving life talking about the 5 guys who could finish as the tight end 1. Give me the guy that goes for half the cost of the guy ahead of him.
I'm going to be honest. That was actually going to be my answer, but you were so clearly trying to get me to say Colston Loveland that I just said it for you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Tucker,
sure, man.
$8.
We forced you to say Colston Loveland.
Look, Colston Loveland. I love Colston Loveland. I'm going to have a lot of shares, but like from a pure value standpoint, $8 Tucker Kraft is the best value, I think, at his price points.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite pick. Is the $8 Tucker Kraft, hyper elite guy before he got hurt last year. Just bonkers elite, and it's bonkers elite that I think is sustainable because it was all built off of a low ADOT, so he's not going to have a high variance.
I think the best way for me to say it is I love Loveland, but I don't know that I think he's 3 times better than Tucker Kraft. And
that's the perfect way to put it. Yeah. And then my least favorite value, Kyle Pitts, get out of my face. And I think that's it. Brock Bowers, Trey McBride. I'm really not spending up at tight end in an auction draft. It just doesn't feel right. I'll take a round 3 Trey McBride if he falls, but I'm not gonna. And I'll take. It looks like Min here, $26. I'll take a $26 Trey McBride. Sure, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not taking a $32 Trey McBride though, or a second round Trey McBride. Not doing that.
That's one of those things too. I feel like he just keeps falling further and further. Like in best ball, he started off like as a late second rounder. Now he's like going down almost to the back third of the third.
Yeah, like I've been getting him in the third, like mid third, pretty easily.
And I feel a lot better for McBride's a guy like if his price is a little bit cheaper, like the path is there, and he's one of the best tight ends in football.
Yeah. It's one of those where I'm like, well, this wasn't my plan or my goal, but I guess this is where I'm going now.
Yeah, but when the value shows itself, you got to take it. But at his average value, I don't want it.
Yeah, I think that's the takeaway from this. With all this stuff that we're talking about, when the value shows itself, take it, and that's really important in auction drafts, I think.
Totally.
So, all righty. Any other guys at tight end?
No.
AJ Barn.
Chig, $1 Chig. Don't forget about Chig.
If you got super deep benches, just throw $1 at Terrence Ferguson and see what happens.
There you go. That's right.
Agree with that.
Shane Gillis coded tight end. Go look at his Roto World picture. It's very Shane Gillis coded. All right. He likes universal health care, but says slurs.
It's true.
All right.
So they really are grooming Higbee's replacement.
All right,
There
we
it
can't
is.
top that. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Always leave
Good
him
night.
laughing.